A very warm hello to everyone who resonated with and selected Pile 2 as their June monthly forecast. Now, how we're going to go into this reading is that I have consulted the tarot for a card for each of the coming 4 weeks of June, and because this file has drawn 5 cards, the final and the second final card I'm going to be interpreting as the prominent energies that are going to surround you in your 4th week of June. So if you are ready to dive into the energy, let's begin. Okay. So pile 2, the first week of June is going to find you once again in a very contemplative state. Contemplative state in the sense that you're going to be asked to stand up and to speak out for the values and the ideals in which you believe. It might seem to you that situations or circumstances surrounding you take such a turn that require you to, defend yourself or defend your morals, your values, or your philosophy of how life ought to be or how life ought to be lived. And the good thing here is, pile 2, that you're not afraid or you're not daunted by this task. And why is that? Because you know this time you are in the right. And no matter who it is that is going to confront you, it could be one person, it could be a group of people, you are unafraid to defend whatever it is that makes you passionate, because you know ethically and morally you are on a higher ground. The game is rigged in your favor from the very beginning because the universe supports ethical and logical thinking. And that is the kind of energy which the 7 of Staffs or the 7 of Wands stands for. The energy of knowing that you are right, but the present moment demands that you defend that and you put it explicitly in front of people to see, so that they can see the righteousness of that or of you as a person for themselves. The victory is assured. You simply need to be present at the battleground. Now, the second week of June has yielded the traditional Temperance card in Tarot. Now, the Temperance card in Tarot is typically a message of patience, of great patience, and of great forbearance as well. Because it has followed the energy of the 7 of Staffs, pile 2, what I am getting is that for anything constructive to come out of this situation where you find yourself defending yourself, there is a certain degree of compromise which is required. Okay? It's like the merging of water with fire. Both will lose their identities, but in the process give birth to a third element, which is steam or air. And as comfortable a process this may seem, it is very vital for, if you want this to work at all, if you want something productive to come out of this situation, the clear-cut message and advice from the universe to you is to collaborate. Try and be more open-minded. Do not tempt yourself with making extreme decisions right now, because this is not the time. This is the time to wait and watch. Now, moving on to the third week, we have the traditional Tower. Now, the card of Tower stands for, sudden breakthroughs, sudden paradigm shifts, and because they're unexpected, they often are accompanied by a sense of shock. Okay? But these Tower moments are instrumental in our life for redirecting our life path towards where we are actually meant to go. Okay? So I do think by the time you're in the third week, you're going to experience a paradigm shift of sorts. What is a paradigm shift? A drastic shift in viewing situations. So basically, shift in perspective of looking at things, at relationships, at businesses, at world, the way you used to perceive them. Something outside of your control is going to create a situation for you, out of which you will be only able to come by making a shift in your belief system. Okay? And while this might come as a euphoric moment for you, a moment of eureka for you, this might end up upsetting people around you, and they may not be able to take it as bravely as you would. So try and assist the other people in letting them know how certain changes are not only inevitable but are also conducive for the journey ahead. And mostly these changes are, changes that are out of control. You cannot do anything to prevent them. What you can do is to try and learn the lesson that they are presenting you with. If you look at the number at the Tower, it's 16, which totals to a 7, which is a number of great spiritual growth. And if you see, the 7 is also present here in the very first week of June. Moving ahead. By the time you enter the fourth and the final week of June, pile 2, all these profound major themes that would have been going on in your life by then are going to put you in a deeply meditative what is that word? Contemplative. You will basically find yourself contemplating more, so in a contemplating mood, and you will find it easier to turn within for guidance, turn within for solutions to all the problems that you're experiencing rather than the outside world, because you have tried and tested that approach before and it has not yielded the kind of results that you were expecting. So after this major breakthrough in your thinking, in your belief system, which happens here, you're going to try an alternate approach, which is look within for divine guidance about what you should do in this situation. And I do think that is the key, because we end your monthly reading with the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins is a card of great receptivity. it's a card of great recognition which is incoming. Okay, both the High Priestess and the Ace of Coins alludes to a message of shifting into great receptive energies. It stands for a recognition which was long due. It stands for a reward, a monetary or a financial gift which is on its way to you. It also stands for a great promise of commitment which is going to be offered to you, an enduring commitment of something. Now, it's either you who has tuned into your own intuition. It could also be that you have tuned into a highly psychic and a highly learned and divine feminine energy, or a female relative in your life. And it's the counsel of that person, or it's through the counsel of your own intuition, that you're able to bring yourself from this really masculine defensive energy to a place of great respite, quietude, comfort, to a place where you are done proving to others, but the long due recognition that you were fighting for is coming in here. Now, there is a specific message. It may not resonate with all. If this concerns you convincing your family of a significant another in your life, I see that making or taking a religious trip is going to help your family, is going to basically help and resolve this issue regarding any incompatibilities between your partner and your family. There is divine intervention that I can see, which is by the end of June going to lead to a favorable outcome. In terms of sign, we have Sagittarius here, we have Scorpio here, we have Pisces here as well. So if these are your sun, moon or rising signs, this is a double confirmation that you have chosen the right pile for you. As always, I hope this reading helps. And till we meet next again, bye.